Hello and welcome to Cinema Express. My name is Ram Venkateshekar. Today we have with us filmmaker Deva Katta to talk about his latest film Republic. Now, this will be a spoiler-filled discussion, and if you haven't seen Republic yet, I suggest you see this interview after watching the film. Hello, sir. How are you?
Very good, Ram. Thank you. And first of all, thank you for the way you analyzed the film. And I felt after a long time, I truly saw a proper, intelligent, and a person who understands cinema as a critic. I've been missing that. I see them like in Bombay. I see them in Tamil, Malayalam, and everywhere where the critic is absolutely mirroring the thought process
Hmm.
of the film of any kind of a film. I kind of saw that with you, and we were all very moved with your. It's not because you wrote well. It's definitely not
Yeah.
because you wrote well. How you, as a critic, wrote it. Okay, so the
Thank,
eye of your critic. Okay, so thank you for being what you are. Yeah,
thank you very much. It really means a lot, and congratulations for the film. It's been
thank you.
making the right noises everywhere. So,
Yeah,
my first question would be ahead of the release of Autonaga Surya in 2014, you had written an article explaining where the idea for the film emerged from. You wrote about
yeah,
a horrifying incident where a woman and her baby, 18-month-old baby, were thrown out of a running train and they were
running
killed.
time.
So, in the
Yeah,
article, let me paraphrase, you had written that more than the incident, that it was the responsiveness of the total system alarmed me the most. I started analyzing
yes.
this incident on a broader perspective. The problem does
Mhm.
not lay in the system, but way under the system, deep inside each one of us. So, can you
Beautiful.
call, yeah, so
Mm.
can you call Republic an extension of this idea? Because this
Absolutely.
film too, there is a scene
Yeah.
where a woman and her baby are kicked out of a
Mhm.
train, and obviously the judiciary system fails
Yeah.
to put the criminals to justice. So can you call that?
Yes, absolutely. I know there's a lot of cult following for Autonagar Surya also
Hmm.
because of the intent of the film and the
Hmm.
content of the film. And they all know that it is a very strong script and very
Yeah.
important script that kind of underlines or defines
Hmm.
what is dignity. Okay,
Hmm. Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
see, my problem is every problem uh, we face has a rooting in our culture of thinking,
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
we simply define certain basic norms of human life like dignity, what is meant by dignity, what is meant by self-respect, what is meant by a system, what is meant by a society, what is meant by a citizen. All these fundamentals, we don't have a common understanding about them,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we
Hmm.
have a very mixed up, very irrational, very illogical understanding about them. So my idea is to make films continuously picking on a different fundamental essential elements of our thinking,
Hmm. Hmm.
of our culture of thinking, and address them, elaborate them, and create an experience about what's the rational way of living, kind of.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as part of that, I saw our lives in one perspective in Autonaut Surya, in defining one particular aspect. And when I wanted to look at the broader system, like Autonaut Surya is something that happens in a closed compound. Okay.
Right.
And
Right.
when I look into the entire system in its from its foundations, I still wanted to reflect that similar scene, how
Hmm.
the judiciary responded. Meaning, in
Yeah.
Autonaut Surya, you would have seen my disturbance about the responsiveness of the system in that article.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Now, in Autonaut Surya, from the same incidents, I took the impact of the impact the boy
Hmm.
had, like, or the character of the boy, and the
Hmm.
boy's wound was the personification of that emotion, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
belong to one boy.
Hmm.
Now I reflected the same scene on the system. Like, imagine the same gundas who committed the crime are
Hmm.
let out scot free.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of system we're living, and that's why those things happen, kind of. So since I'm addressing system, I deliberately and purposefully wanted to draw parallels and use the similar scene in a different perspective, like
Hmm.
a Rashomon's different perspective.
Yeah.
and I wanted to call all my films as one world, or one universe. Like
Hmm.
I
Okay.
want them to belong to. I want them to belong to one universe.
Okay.
And when people watch all my films, they should understand all my concepts in wholesome, in relevance to each other, kind of thing. So that's the idea, actually.
Wonderful. Where did the idea of Republic, the core idea of Republic stem from?
It's like, it's not like suddenly something sparked and we think of an idea,
Hmm.
or this thing. Those things will happen in other genres, like
Hmm.
probably in a thriller it happens, probably in another kind of things. For me, Republic has been a growing disturbance
Okay.
since childhood, or since my teens, or whatever. A growing disturbance, especially from when I moved to America.
Hmm.
When I moved to America, right, I mean, probably little younger than you, I moved to America when right
Hmm.
after my engineering, around
Hmm.
21, 22. And adapting into that system, and looking at democracy in a much more exciting way, like how much of the individual liberties, at the same time individual responsibilities,
Hmm.
as I realized what it means to live in a democracy,
Okay.
living in America. That's what I
Hmm.
realized.
Hmm.
And whenever I used to think about India, or whenever I used to come back to India, I always felt like we are all living in a jungle, basically, without even having a basic understanding of people's empowerment,
Hmm.
and the responsible way of being empowered people. So both ways, both sides of the coin, meaning
Hmm.
like it applies to
Sorry.
the system that's being chaos, and it applies to our very culture of thinking that has got no foundations, no
Hmm.
philosophical foundations, or no definitive foundations of perspectives, rationality, all these things. So
Hmm.
this was been a brewing disturbance, and I wanted to make a universal film that reflects a common man's culture of
And
thinking,
hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and reflect it how, because according to me, the political ambience, we always bitch about politics. We
Yeah.
have made films, vilifying politicians,
Yeah.
vilifying politics, vilifying all these things. For me, the problem doesn't lie just there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It If you think and think and think, and all political, every political atmosphere in any society boils down to the culture of thinking
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
as an
Yeah.
average commoner. So there are
Yeah.
certain average parameters that are gone wrong.
Hmm.
There are average concepts that have completely misunderstood. So this disturbance have been brewing in me, and I had to condense this as a single idea, a single
Okay.
line idea.
Okay.
Whenever I go through these kind of disturbances, I write to condense that emotion.
Hmm.
So that emotion was, we're all living under the illusion that there is democracy and governance,
Hmm.
but we are yet to discover it.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So
Wow.
that
Okay.
condensation came into my head like 7, 8 years back.
Okay.
I always had a collector in my mind
Hmm.
who wants to hold everything together in the
Hmm.
right path, like
Hmm.
system, like who wants to define the system
Hmm.
in a way. And also the other disturbance I had was, we have devised a system where good is always punished and bad is rewarded.
Yeah.
And that's why the nanudi, like, in Telugu, no, ఏ మంచోడి కాలం లేదురా, మంచోడు బతకడరా, అంటే
Yeah.
it has with a helplessness, we're accepting it and we're
Yeah.
believing it. And what does that do to us? It will keep on killing the good in us,
Hmm. Hmm.
meaning it will keep on killing the human being in us.
Right.
Is that
Right.
what the system is supposed to do? Whereas it's supposed to do the opposite.
Yeah.
It's supposed to encourage people who wants to be right and be good.
Hmm.
It's supposed to enable them, empower the good, and punish the bad. So we have absolutely devised something that's totally reverse to it.
Yeah. Hmm.
And with that instrument, I started reading many political theses, political scholars analysis. Spent a lot of time with the Jayaprakash Narayan Garu. Spent a lot of
Okay.
read lot like Robert Waite's papers about Indian systems.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
I started listening to Amit Verma's podcast. Thousands of podcasts I have heard, and
Okay.
heard a lot of audiobooks, and read a lot of books, but just to have a fundamental overall understanding about what's being wrong and what's I have to condense the problem. Okay,
Right.
so that's the process was there. And with this one line idea, when I just threw it on stage,
Hmm.
it wasn't bounced or pitched with any other hero also. He
Hmm.
made sure that I don't go to anyone else
Wow.
once I'm done with the script. So
Wow.
that's how common disturbance it is, because Tej is not a political guy.
Right.
Tej is a very sweet boy who just does his work, and he's like working out and all that kind of guy.
Hmm.
So if it struck him, I decided that it will strike everybody,
Wow.
and that's why I wanted to make it with him. Yeah,
Okay. So,
yeah,
do you remember his reaction when you narrated the full script to him and the ending? Because it is such a shocker, right?
yeah.
What was the reaction?
Yeah, it happened in two moments basically.
Okay.
The first one was for Tej. I narrated a couple of scripts which were a lot more contaminated, and the so-called quote unquote commercial films,
Okay. Hmm.
there are songs and comedy, and
Hmm.
where you
Hmm.
don't see every story is written with certain emotion,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
where you're not sincere enough to the emotion, but you are trying to contaminate it. See,
Hmm.
everything has to come with the narrative, but those kind of contaminated stories, I pitched a couple of them.
Okay.
For different reasons, he couldn't pick them. Meaning,
Okay.
he was keen to work with me ever since Autonagar Surya Vice teaser was released. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, it didn't materialize. Then I
Hmm.
said, okay, maybe I won't be able to work with this guy. But he was very sweet, and we used to chat. We used to meet in the gym.
Hmm.
So I told him one thing, because he was very, very endearing, like,
Hmm.
as a person, like very, uh, looked like a very beautiful guy,
Hmm.
beautiful soul, basically.
Hmm.
So I told him there is one more idea, but it's completely away from your genre, or,
Oh,
or
yeah.
your image, your
Hmm.
image. Until then, he's a very mass hero, supreme,
Yeah.
and all those
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
films. I definitely, I mean, it may even backfire. Like I told him,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what is the idea, sir? Just tell me that. That's when I said that one line.
Hmm.
And then along with that, it's a collector story, and the ending is going to be this. So I
Yeah.
had the line and I had the ending in mind,
Okay.
nothing else. Okay,
Hmm.
I was fixed with the idea only. I was fixed with this ending,
Hmm.
because the ending has to be so deeply emotional,
Yeah.
deeply emotional. That's when you will think about the roots of the problem
Right.
and
Exactly.
the solutions. So why that ending is because, like Rangde Basanti,
Hmm.
why we carry Rangde Basanti for so long and so heavily in our hearts is
Hmm.
because of that ending.
Right.
And that social disturbance. I mean, you can simply make it like a happy ending, and then it'll disappear like any other
Yeah. Yeah.
political or social film. So that's why I told him this is the ending, and I'm telling you, because of this ending, you won't do it even more. So first of all, subject matter is not your zone, and
Zone.
and
Yeah.
the second, yeah, zone, and this ending is absolutely not your
Yeah.
zone. He said, sir, I'm telling you today, that day, with the one line idea only.
Hmm.
If you're changing the ending, then take it elsewhere.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it. Otherwise, I'm doing it. So I want you to stick to your idea, stick to this thing. I want to do your film. I don't want you to do my film. So
Hmm.
Sai Dharam Tej is doing Devakatta's film. I don't want Devakatta doing a Sai Dharam Tej film.
Yeah.
So that's where we left. And then once the entire screenplay was done,
Hmm.
I went to Vizag. He was shooting for, I think, Solo Batke So Better,
Hmm.
or Pratiroj Pandage. So we were in a hotel, and I read and narrated the entire script to him,
Hmm.
and including every dialogue, like, in one single session,
Wow.
both first half and second half, for like 2.5 hours. He was spellbound, and he came and hugged me with full tears. And his manager Satish was telling he never felt like this
Okay.
with
Wow.
any other script. And he, especially the way the hospital sequences were written and all those things. I mean, then he went after, like, talking about the moments
Hmm.
in the entire screenplay. So that day, that's it. We know that's going to happen with every audience
Hmm.
uh, from then onwards. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now you have co-written the screenplay with Kiran J. Kumar. Can you talk
Yeah.
about the writing process, because it packs in so much? So there is
Mhm.
a mystery angle here saying that Myra's brother Varun is missing, and then there is this whole protagonist rise from being a common man to becoming a collector. Now his father, he has a backstory and he has an arc, like how this guy
Yeah.
Jagpati Babu is introduced as a corrupt guy, and then
Correct.
we are
Yeah.
told that he was good, and then he became what he is due to the horror. So
Yeah.
there is so much to pack in here. Like how
Yeah.
did you decide, like, this is how much emotional importance we are going to give to this is how much we are going to focus on this angle? How did you
Yeah.
get that proportion?
Balance it.
Yeah.
Proportion and balance, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's a huge challenge when it comes to
Hmm.
make something that's so layered. Because we wanted every aspect, in every which way. Like, for example, first I thought,
Hmm.
when I'm having a very straightforward, a very rational hero,
Hmm.
which is fantasy in a way,
Yeah.
our hero Abhiram is the fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now keeping him with a Socratic mind, absolutely rational,
Uh,
absolutely logical. Yeah. So everything he has to touch and feel and experience, kind of, right? Who's not giving his rationality away for any other unproven beliefs or whatever. So that's his
right.
mind, and his fight is like, this is how I live, with this rationality. Now I wanted a real character, a real life character.
Hmm.
That's been that should be his father. So there has to be an internal conflict also for the story, and
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
inside the family or whatever. So if the society is the uh, external conflict, the internal conflict should
Yeah.
reflect with his relationship with the father.
Hmm.
So hence the father has to be a regular guy. He also not corrupt.
Hmm.
He's
His
conformed. He's conformed inside the system.
system. Yeah.
Like the guy who entered straight was bent by the vicious cycle. So the overall theme is to reflect or exhibit the vicious cycle.
Okay. Hmm.
How
Hmm.
every one of us who are with a genuine interest growing up or entering into the system are being bent and conformed and made part of this vicious cycle, which is in absolute equilibrium.
Hmm.
In other way, meaning you cannot reverse it.
Yeah.
That's how perfect it is
Hmm.
in viciousness. Okay.
Hmm.
So that reflection has to come from father, and hence his backstory is somebody who wants to be right but as is broken. And again, like I said, the system is punishing the right and rewarding the wrong.
Hmm.
So that theme has to be reflected throughout through one of the strongest characters. So that
Okay.
is Jagvat Babu, reflecting
Wow.
the effect of viciousness, living in this vicious cycle, and
Hmm.
the effect that all the righteousness is getting crumbled, getting butchered. So that emotion has to be conveyed through Jagvat Babu's character. Okay.
Okay.
And there are so many layers. And again, somebody who's coming from outside of the country, outside of this system, how
Hmm.
they see that system. That is
Yeah. Yeah.
Myra's character. That is
Hmm.
Aishwarya's character.
Hmm.
And behind all this, my objective or my target is also define governance. It's not about the governance. It's telling like the govern. This is not governance.
Hmm.
That everybody can tell that. I don't need. You don't need a US written storyteller to tell that everything is screwed up here.
Yeah.
But I want to consistently exhibit, if it is like this, then it is right. If
Hmm.
what we are is not right, where we are is not right. So for that, I want to define governance. How do you define governance? By bringing in the natural law also into
Right.
what are we, end of the again asking the fundamental questions. What are we? We are human beings, and we are life, and that life is nature, part of the
Hmm.
nature. So tie everything together. The natural law also, bring the natural law also into governance. Governance should be based on a philosophy, right?
Right.
So
Right.
for that, we picked an environmental issue.
Hmm.
So that is the Telleru issue.
Tell. Yeah.
Yeah. So even though some people may refer to Kolleru, because it's not about Kolleru, it's about
Hmm.
Kullipoina system, like the rotten system. So
Hmm.
imagine that to be a freshwater lake, which is rotten consistently, like how our system is rotten.
Hmm.
So from like that's why in that quote dialogue is extremely important in, and
Hmm.
that's what defines the governance. ప్రకృతిని ప్రాణిని మనిషిని సమాజాన్ని ఒకటిగా రక్షించలేని తీర్పు.
Hmm.
So actually, what is judiciary? What is justice? The justice is supposed to protect the whole bubble, the whole canvas, right? So now environment, life, human beings and society all are tied. That's
Interlinked.
how interlinked. That's how justice should be seen, dharma should be seen.
Hmm.
It's an extensive engineering process,
Hmm.
extensive architectural process, plot wise. So that's how Myra's angle comes in, Jagad Babu's angles comes in. Now looking at now absolutely we know that the politicians are holding absolute power now,
Hmm.
almost behaving like dictators,
Hmm.
where they are only being nice to people who vote to them, but they are not being including the people who doesn't vote to them or opposition. They're not trying to win the opposition, they're trying to kill the opposition. Like
Hmm.
the right leadership is like Abraham Lincoln said, I don't have any enemies because I make all my enemies into my friends. I turn all my enemies into my friends. So how do you do that? By addressing the problems as a leader,
Hmm.
by finding
Right.
solutions to everybody's problem as a leader. The very fundamental of democracy is majority rules, fine, but whoever is ruling is supposed to rule everybody equally.
Right. Yeah.
So the people who, that's where across the world it's going wrong right now. That divisiveness is threatening
Hmm.
democracy nowadays. Okay, so to calculating all these, a politician's mindset, which reflects the horse that is dragging the rest of the two horses and have taken this cart called democracy out of the road,
Hmm.
is the
Hmm.
politician. For that, Ramya's character is designed that way, but
Yeah.
having a backstory for Ramya should
I was about to
also
get to that. Yeah.
should also illustrate that breakage inside the vicious cycle.
Hmm. Hmm.
So so again the problem, Ramya's character and the old man's character.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
old man, if Ramya's father was beaten like this, the old man probably would
Hmm.
turn like that. So what will happen? How you breed the evil consistently in the system? By turning all the good people into evil,
Right.
because pain converts everybody.
Right.
That kind of a consistent beating of good will consistently breed evil. And in the end, the old man also in the evil. When you think like everything is set right, it's one last
It's just not. Yeah.
jolt of the pain coming in and pulling us
Reality.
back into that abyss, pulling us back into. That's how scary I wanted it to be, so that people will get affected deeply. This is the kind of impact we wanted to create by exhibiting that scary abyss, or the scary abyss of breeding evil by punishing the right consistently. So all these layers, I think if I can keep on going deeper into these layers, and also how you design characters, there has to be a strong character to reflect the police department, this thing, and you have to design something that relates to the farmers, the very basic farmers, and all of these things should again be tied to the lake,
Right.
because the lake is the system.
The lake itself is a metaphor.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, metaphor for the system, and that's why that one line is extremely important. ఈ చెరువే మనం, ఈ చెరువే మన వ్యవస్థ. Having all these thoughts is one thing, but having them coming in like clearly, understand like the way people understand. It's a huge challenge to write screenplay and write dialogues
Right. I can only imagine it. Yeah.
It has to keep giving the information. At the same time, it shouldn't look like we're informing the audience.
Yeah.
It shouldn't look like we're telling the story to the audience. It rather look like their experience through the character's journey. So it was one of the most challenging screenplays
Wow.
could ever feel. Yeah.
Now, were you never afraid, or did you have any second thoughts that probably you are feeding the audience too much? Will they be able to digest that? Did you have those thoughts?
I never had that, because as long as you're honest. See, honesty is supposed to disrupt, disturb. So if at all anybody feels heavy, it's only
Hmm.
the disturbance that's being heavy on them. It's only the pain of the truth that's being heavy on them.
Right.
I do insist people to come with that extra focus for my films. On the other
Okay.
hand, and otherwise I become one of those flat narrators, like the flat narrators where you don't take anything home.
Hmm.
So I do want you to feel heavy. That means there is something heavy coming with you home.
To be honest, this is a film where the casting actually it actually works a lot, because when you cast Jagapati Babu in that kind of role, to be honest,
Yeah.
I was like, Jagapati Babu can't be a good guy, because we are accustomed to watching him do evil
Yeah.
things, being this corporate
Yeah.
villain. So when it is
Yeah.
revealed to us in the second half that he might be complicit with the whole
Yeah.
with Myra getting raped and everything, I was like, obviously this
Yeah.
guy is evil. But when
Yeah.
but when we get to know him after a couple of minutes, we are like, okay, wow, now that's different. Now I didn't expect that. And same with the
Yeah.
old man as well, because the man who played
Mm.
the old man, we are so accustomed to sympathize with the
Seeing him.
characters that we see him so
True.
often, that
True.
when he comes across as this
Yeah.
as a shocker, it's
Yeah.
really it
And
was
and
gut wrenching.
also and yeah, and also if you guys are all noticed, he's apologetic.
Yeah, he says sorry
Meaning
before.
that apology shows the helplessness
Hmm.
of a
Yeah.
honest man. I mean, he probably wanted to be, would have been a honest man, left to be a honest man, would have survived as a honest man in the
Hmm.
right system.
Hmm.
So in a flipped system, he is also apologetic, and he knows that he's killing a good guy, good man,
Yeah.
but he has to be with the village. He has to be with the with the people,
With his
and
people. Hmm.
like who believe that it's their chance, it's their
Hmm.
turn.
But yeah, I was watching the film with a friend of mine, and we were like, what the hell is happening? Like, so there is a shot of the legs, right? So Tej is lifting
Yeah,
that, and he leaves it, and
yeah.
the whole theater goes bum. So
So
that's
even that was that visual. I wanted it
that
to
gap
be a
between
very
these
strong.
two people. We
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
establish
That
that
keep
gap
the
between.
gap, and also what is he doing?
Hmm.
He is in the act of removing an obstacle.
Obstacle, and people are not. Oh,
He
people are not
wants to
letting him
clear
do
the
that.
road. Yeah,
Uh,
metaphorically, it's also a metaphorically designed
hmm.
visual.
Wow.
Metaphorically, he wants to clear the way. He wants to clear the way. He is doing the right thing. He's doing a good thing that is good for all of us,
Yeah.
and he's carrying that burden. The burden is that log.
Yeah.
He's trying to. He's in the process of removing that burden, right, from the road, right, the blockade from the road, and now
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
opposite to him who doesn't see it that way are holding all the knives. And that one shot is one of my most favorite. i
Yeah.
i really wanted to do a poster like that, a republic,
Yeah.
like
Wow.
him holding the log, and only you don't see the faces, the bottom half
Yeah.
of the
Just
that
yeah.
shot, no.
Yeah.
That poster I wanted, actually. Yeah,
Mhm.
so maybe I'll try to that was also very metaphorically designed visual, basically.
Wow. And there is
So
another image on the barricade where
yeah, yeah,
Abhiram is standing between the system, the police, and the people. He's holding
yeah,
that megaphone, like he is trying to be the bridge, and obviously he's
yeah.
on the bridge. So that was
Yes, 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 yes,
one.
yes.
That was also a
Yeah,
defining thing.
as a single mind, I don't think I would have gotten here. Like
Hmm.
the screenplay to be so smooth and connected and seamless.
Hmm.
There are a couple of heads that helped me immensely in my discussion, in my rationalization of the screenplay. My
Hmm.
screenplay partner
Hmm.
Kiran, and also Tej's manager, who's a creative producer called Satish, who had
Okay.
been traveling with the film from the ideation.
Okay.
Both these heads, also minds, also contributed immensely for the
Wow.
editing and engineering the screenplay, actually. So I wanted you to mention them.
Getting back to the creatives, now the interval is a
Mm,
very crucial point, right? Like in
mm,
our
mm.
movie making culture, we have this culture of interval bank, and you have to
Yeah,
create a mini climax of sorts. So now
yeah,
Republic probably gets the most cinematic during its interval sequence, where you have a build up
true,
for a whole
true.
fight, and although it's shot
Yeah,
in a very gritty interior, and it has a whole horror film vibe to it, Uh,
Yeah.
After the interval is done, we get a shot of Tej and the police officer standing, and there says that
The war for
the
Republic
war
is
for
on.
Republic is on. Now,
Yeah.
I remember reading somewhere that Ram Gopal Verma, when he had made Company, a lot of
Uh,
theater owners and distributors had called him, saying that the
mm,
second half is a downer because
uh,
the interval ends with a huge bang and loud music
High.
that high at
Uh,
a high that people were
mm,
expecting something on sorts
mm.
of an action thriller. Whereas Company has a very grounded
Yeah.
approach towards the second half. Now I have the same
Mm,
question for you with Republic because it
mm.
kind of ends on a cinematic high. The interval is kind
Yeah.
of conventional.
Yeah.
Whereas
True.
2 minutes after the second half starts, we get to know that
Mm,
Myra is raped, the children are killed. It completely becomes a different film. So don't you
yeah.
think it would have made more sense had it been revealed? Had it be the tragedy been revealed before the interval, so the audience, so the viewer would watch it in a more
Yeah.
pessimistic sense, which the mood that the film has.
It was heavily discussed, and also when Mani Sharma garu watched the film, he also suggested that. Now,
Hmm.
why not we end with carrying Myra out, or
Yeah, that
that
shot where
as an
he's running.
intermission?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So that was extensively discussed,
Hmm.
but we still because that, first of all, ideally speaking, I don't like to have intervals for my films.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, in that case,
Okay.
it could have been, the fight could have been a lot more realistic also,
Hmm.
and it would have been exciting in its own way.
Yeah.
When you give the, especially there is a very horrible habit in India, in Telugu,
Hmm.
that we separate films, like, first half like one film and second half like one film, like
Hmm.
as if like we are always
Yeah.
watching two films.
Yeah.
So that mindset is a very unhealthy mindset for
Right.
a movie is supposed to be experienced without interruption. So
Hmm.
we discussed and debated, because there's going to be people talking about the film for 10 minutes,
Hmm.
and calling people, messaging, texting, and all that. We we didn't want to drop that high
Okay.
that they
Okay.
get, because
Hmm.
again, second half is a fresh journey for them once they come back in. Oh, let us open up with a shock where
Hmm.
it'll arrest them.
Hmm.
Oh my god, this happened, and now what will happen? Because it's a wave, screenplay or story narration is a wave. You should have a high, you should have a low, you should have a high, you should low, otherwise you won't feel the highs.
Hmm.
So this one is supposed to grow like that,
Hmm.
keep on growing, one shocker after next shocker
Hmm.
after next shocker. Like, it's the story narration is all about intention obstacle. So now we ended up with a high note intention. Now
Hmm.
what's the next obstacle? So one high, there is a bigger obstacle.
L-
Now you overcome that, again there is a bigger obstacle. You overcome that, then there's a bigger obstacle. You overcome everything. Now it's all about people.
Hmm.
So that's how I wanted to end that. So it was deliberately engineered, and I still stand by what we did
Okay.
now.
No, I'm
And
not
the
saying
movie is
it's
still in the
wrong,
effective.
but I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
that would have made
yeah,
for
yeah. It's
a
deliberated.
yeah.
It's
Okay, now I
debated.
get
It's
it.
debated. It's quite extensively debated,
Hmm.
and finally we took this call where it will be safer,
Hmm.
because you are on a down note, and again it could have been much more dull takeoff. And
Exactly.
that's why the moments like when he comes out and speaks to the press, that press statement is
Hmm.
extremely important, and
Hmm.
him sitting in the
Demo.
hallway protecting her like a god,
Hmm.
that all those are like again battling up against
Hmm.
this huge blow,
Yeah.
battling up, he's going to look like a warrior again, look like a soldier again. And again, when he, with the highest point where he comes back to back onto the ground, stands his ground, and becomes stabilized, is when he calls his father like, you're not a postman. That
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
a moment, and then goes and faces the biggest villain, Ramya. So there was a lot of graph calculations. There was a lot of those, a lot of engineering parameters that were
Hmm.
considered in ending the information where it is. Yeah.
Wow. The film also does not have real villains, right? For instance, we
Mm-hmm.
have somebody called Guna, but then
Mm,
he's killed, and even Vishakavani says that I don't mind if it dies because there are 100 Gunas right among us. And Vishakavani too
mm,
is not a true blue villain at all, in any
yeah.
sense. And
Yeah.
she gets a redemption arc, which was I really wasn't expecting that. She gets to redeem herself towards the end, and I like how
Yeah.
one of my favorite moments in the film is how Tej holds her hand and says, "Welcome, this is for all of us. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
that you are
Yeah.
losing. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
for the greater
You
good."
are not my enemy. I'm not your
Yeah,
enemy. The system that broke your father and my father is our enemy.
yeah,
So when we set that right, when we win
yeah,
against that, it's a victory for both you and me. Meaning he's acknowledging, let that right human being come out of you.
right.
So wishing you well, madam. So that to me is a true spirit of what do you say, a bureaucrat.
Opposition and
Yeah, a bureaucrat, a true
hmm,
bureaucratic spirit,
yeah,
basically.
hmm,
Basically bringing out the right from on a right side,
hmm,
focusing on the right side of everybody, kind of. Okay. So that is that was illustrated, and even the way we closed Ramya is she repeatedly keeps saying, like, you are like my father. There is a bit of pain that her father was broke by the system, and
hmm,
now there is probably she was vengeful on the system,
hmm,
or vengeful on the people, like, or whatever is painful. So somebody who's fighting like her own father and dying, probably, and she also lost, was defeated,
hmm.
and also in the hospital, like, probably an absolution, the way we closed her would give that poetic round off for the character.
Right.
So I hope everybody got that layer.
Now, can you talk about the inspirations of Parallax View? Did you have any inspirations or
See, my inspirations
hmm,
are basically emotions,
okay.
not
Hmm.
the scenes or
Yeah, there's
spectacles or
nothing.
anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
only when I read Parallax View
Hmm,
reference in your review
hmm.
is when I could realize the impact of Parallax View in my narrative.
Okay.
The
Hmm,
impact, like,
hmm,
for example, again, Prasthanam was heavily inspired from Road to Perdition.
hmm, 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 hmm.
Even though you won't see any similarities or parallels or whatever, but
Yeah.
if you get to the core emotion, no, then you will understand that one
Hmm,
scene where Paul Newman beats Daniel Craig,
hmm,
saying that,
hmm.
like, I'm cursed and all, but yet he has to protect his son. That
Yeah.
one emotion that struck me deep in my
That
heart gave birth to Prasthanam kind of a story.
that
Okay.
Sandeep Kishan and
But
Sai
then,
Kumar scene. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm,
In a way, that scene also you might see the heavy influence of that scene also
hmm,
you'll see in Prasthanam. But
hmm.
yet, both watching Road to Perdition and Prasthanam will look at them like completely two different
Yeah.
films,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm,
And there was a film that was heavily inspired by Road to Perdition and made. If you look at Panja, it's a very similar story
hmm.
to Road to Perdition. So,
Yeah.
but it was set in mafia, where I chose to set it in political
Politics.
backdrop. Okay, so I see inspirations at that deeper level. Inspirations in the sense, in an emotional sense. So Parallax View, and there were a couple other films that Constant Gardener. Okay,
Okay. Huh.
if you have seen Constant Gardener.
Uh,
So there are influences of multiple films on my head. I mean, that's how I watch those films. Like, I let myself experience them.
hmm,
So when you mentioned that, I realized, like, there, as recently as three years maybe, I watched Parallax View also.
hmm.
But I think just around the time I finished writing, so it's not like I saw Parallax View and wrote it.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like
That's
I
yeah.
experienced a Parallax View
Hmm.
and Constant Gardener,
Yeah.
and they were chasing me. As a narrator, I
Hmm.
want to create that emotion
Hmm.
to have that deep impact. So that's how far I was influenced by all these films, Parallax
Nice.
View or Constant Gardener for the matter. Yeah,
Nice. Now I have a question that
yeah.
digresses from Republic. Your
Hmm.
first film, Vanilla, was a romantic comedy set in the US, probably borrowed from your own life experiences. It released in
Hmm.
2005, and in
Yeah.
2010 you come up with Prasthanam, a very serious
Hmm.
family film. I like to call it a family film set in
Hmm.
politics. And now
Hmm.
you make Auto Nagar Surya, another equally upright story. And now you
Hmm.
come up with Dynamite is not your film because you haven't written it. Now you come up
Yes.
with Republic.
And I haven't shot it also. But
Oh,
Dynamite I
hmm.
shot only for nine days,
Oh,
and I had to detach from that film from the shooting stage itself. Yeah,
okay. Now,
yeah, yeah.
if you look at Vanilla and
Yeah.
Republic, They don't
Yeah,
look like the works of the same filmmaker, which is a compliment. But then,
yeah.
how did
Mm,
this change happen? Like, I'm sure it's not
mm.
one moment that changed it, but was
No.
Vanilla a safer
Mm.
option for you to foray into filmmaking?
Vanilla, why I chose vanilla kind of a story was I always want some experience of what I'm going to narrate, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how when oh okay, so it's safer where I'm start. It's again like that little bit of that security, like where I am writing something about that world I live in or the world I know. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
it's I thought like it's safer. But I always wanted to become a more influential and impactful unique filmmaker. Okay, so and I for that matter, vanilla success wasn't satisfying for me. So
Oh,
because it was
okay.
only it wasn't it was only pulling me towards like more more comedy films, more romantic films, or maybe comedy romance with action. They were offering this kind of film
Yeah, yeah,
setups basically.
yeah.
So and then I went back, and also I had to be there physically in US to complete my US citizenship
Mm,
proceedings, and also help my wife complete her education. Mine is like,
mm,
see, I make films out of passion. Like I don't make them just to make money or to become famous. I wanted to express myself through
mm,
films. So and hence in that slow process, I learned, I crafted myself. And again, I don't call Prasthanam or Autumnal Surya as political films at all. So they
yeah.
Autumnal Surya is a social film. Republic is a political film. Republic is the only political film according
Mm,
to me
mm, mm,
because it ties all the well.
yeah.
Prasthanam is about human drama. Prasthanam is about human nature,
Mm,
and it just happened to be happening in a political family. So there, I didn't discuss politics at all.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
discussed about the human vulnerabilities. At the like, if you can draw like perimeters, like if Prasthanam is a dot, Autumnal Surya is a small circle, and Republic is a whole circle. Basically,
Right.
the meaning individual, and then a business atmosphere, meaning a closed organization,
Mm.
and then the entire
The whole
country or system or
ecosystem. Yeah.
system or publicity.
Mm,
So in a way, all these three, I always keep calling them trilogy, my trilogy.
mm,
So my trilogy of like a dot, a small circle, and a bigger circle kind of
mm,
conflict wise.
mm.
And I wish people realize that Republic is the only political film I ever made till now.
Now, one final question. One final question.
Yeah.
Vanilla
Mm,
was an indie film. I'm sure there were a lot
mhm,
of hardships involved during the making of Vanilla. And then we
mm,
had Auto Surya, which had a long delay, and you had to sit through the film for almost 3 years. And Dynamic, like you
yeah.
said, had its own issues. And
Mm.
Republic, unfortunately, when the film was nearing its release, Tej met with an accident. So,
Yeah.
how do you keep going when when things are not exactly under your control?
See, I from my astrological or whatever it is, I always feel like I tend anybody who wants to say something straight, something honest, is going to have the hardest battle.
Mm,
Okay, first of all, in terms of like your nature and versus what how you're going to live, kind of. So I am prepared for that kind of thing. But when it comes to movies also, I keep on consistently I I always get where I wanted, but it doesn't come easy for me.
mm,
So that's
mm,
been consistent with me. So
mm,
I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So finally, I got where I wanted with Republic. We it was, and it is, this victory is a lot more exciting and energizing instead
mm.
of like having unanimous approval from the critics, where
Yeah.
some of them have been dead from having a dead eye
Mm,
towards something new or something stirring from the regular viewing experiences.
mm,
Despite all that, like their own doubts have been shackled. It's about them getting back their credibility now, like
mm,
especially one or two particular sites I'm talking about who would
mm,
influence markets like US and all that, which they did also. But the probably we could have made a lot more money, but we're still making decent money. That's good enough. That's what my battle will always be hard, hard,
Hmm.
and I will keep battling, battle after battle like this, and keep making very strong films like Republic going forward. Even if I make a love story, even if I make a musical, even if I make a comedy, I wanted it to be unique. I want it to be a very deep experience for everyone. So I'll keep doing that, and whatever these hardships, you know, I, in fact, by the end of them, I look back and I feel immensely empowered and good about myself, excited about myself,
Hmm.
and laugh at the right, wrong things or right things that are thrown at me on the way. Yeah,
Wonderful, sir. All the best. Like looking forward
yeah.
to all the
Thank you so
stories that
much.
you have to tell, and obviously looking for more
Sure,
politically charged films. Thank you very much for your
sure.
time.
Thank you so much. All the best. All the very best.